Yeah.
Give you a second.
What did I need to do?
Recording in progress.
Here you go. In a minute.
Good.
Microphones don't seem to be working. Are they working? Well, they're not red, so. Okay, so I think we're gonna go.
Okay. Okay, so first up on the agenda is approval of the minutes for April 2nd, 2025.
Make a motion to approve.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
I think.
Okay, so if there's no, if you good?
I
with-
think that I didn't get a chance to read.
So Ray will abstain.
Yeah.
There's no objections. We're just gonna kind of move the schedule here to the agenda. We're just gonna do all of Stratton's at once to get that out of the way. So everybody's fine with that. Okay. All right, so the first part is 4 different applications here. We'll go with the 96 Depot Street. Applicant was requesting the installation of an 8x2 panel for an existing freestanding sign at 96 Depot Street. There's somebody here that maybe wants to come.
You want to start with Strat?
Well, I did start, I'm sorry, wrong location. Stratton, 2187 Depot Street. Applicant is requesting a change of paint color to the exterior of the building. But you folks yet? Yep. Okay. Yep, okay. So we have 4 different, are they all? So they're all separate buildings, obviously.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so let's go through the 2187 first. Do you just want to give us a brief on the color schematic? I see you got the body is yellow or worldly gray. What's the,
It's not quite yellow, but it's displaying white, right? It's a very tall, big, color.
If we can trouble you to maybe go to the podium. It's for the folks of Zoom. Sorry. That's for the Zoom folks.
Yeah, I've never done this before, so. Yeah, the color scheme is very neutral, mid-century, match the building style, get rid of the orange color that's currently there. And stick with, because these are Stratton buildings, they'll be branded somewhat with Stratton in mind, in a little bit at least.
and so,
That looks green on there, but.
It's not green.
a Gray.
Yeah,
yep. Any questions on colors?
Make a motion to approve the colors as presented?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next one is Stratton Corp. Again, 1778 Depot Street. Applicant requesting a change of paint color to the exterior of the building.
this is along the same lines, very neutral, a little bit warmer, not the current blue
Two-tone.
two-tone color scheme it currently is. All these colors were picked so that all of these buildings kind of run together and are kind of on the same palette. So,
Good.
Questions?
Make a motion to approve?
Okay.
Second. That's Ray already got it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Same goes along these lines. The only difference in this building is that the doors here do have a small pop of color with green. But that's really the only color, and it's nothing too outrageous. It's very different from what is displayed.
What is it now? Color?
This building is actually very neutral right now. It is
Yeah.
white and gray and
Yeah, just got
Yeah.
painted.
Well, you just painted it, didn't you?
The
Yeah.
previous owners did.
Right. Okay.
It won't be too different.
Similar to what you've got right now, somewhat similar.
yeah.
Motion?
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and last but not least is 1875 Depot Street.
So this building is, again, another neutral color, grays. This will have a little bit of a navy with the doors, running in that same color palette, clean, modern.
What's the black, just the trim?
Yes.
Can I ask a question? Are these for employees all year round kind of thing, or is that just winter?
So we have been permitted for multi-use, so in the winter, they're used for our seasonal employment, and then in the summer, they could be used for, still, again, as a motel purpose, but we also still have the ability to use it for employees or a local community for long-term stay. That's needed.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the, this one?
In favor?
Aye.
Okay, good to go.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
A lot of painting to do.
So throughout the summer, you'll see.
Good. Yeah,
that's good.
nice colors.
Great,
Okay.
thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so we're back up at Emily Shaw. Good. This is 4776 Main Street. Applicant is requesting the installation of two wall-mounted signs, one 2-foot in diameter circular sign and one 89.5 inches by 23 inches wall-mounted sign above the door, and one freestanding sign 43 inches by 19 inches. And I assume these all meet the criteria.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
All right, folks.
Yeah, these are three signs. One, the road sign would be under, the Vermont Kitchen Supply. Same, like wooden cutout, painted, done by the same person, Richard Farley. So on there, it doesn't look cut out. It's just the digital version, but it will be more of a wooden cutout sign, like a lot of them in town. And then the ones on the building, the one up top will be, so those will be wooden cutout, like letters like that. He's going to like do them on a big scale. And then that will be above that door. And then there on the side of the door, on the left side, will just be a smaller sign. Not with our name, but with one of our hand-drawn logos. And it'll say Ramen Shop, Eat In, and Takeout. And then also on there, we're not gonna do that one. That one can go away, but I did have questions. We were wondering, I don't know if this is necessarily a sign, but more of a design feature on the building?
The definition of sign is a little bit open.
Yeah.
So we'd have to kind of review that.
I think you'd probably get away with it more if you put it on the windows, no?
Well, you don't want to cover the windows.
That's, I did see that you could put like signage on the windows, but I didn't necessarily want to.
Too much stuff covering windows in Manchester.
That side of that building, that's 22 feet from window to window, and it's just kind of a blank,
Yeah.
a very blank side, and we thought that those drawings were done by a designer that's done our logos and everything, and they're hand-drawn, and they could either be painted on the building or wooden, like Richard could create it.
I like that a lot. I mean, I think it's art.
I think the wooden ones would be nice.
But this, what is that treated like?
Sign, right?
I would say it would be a sign, just
Okay,
sure its definition. So that would be the square footage would be applied to the maximum.
okay. So not
I
allowed.
would like to kind of investigate it. You want to hold that out?
Yeah, sure.
We'll take another look.
Yeah.
And we can resubmit that if it's,
Why don't we handle it this way? If it meets the criteria, are we in favor of?
The other
this?
sign?
Of,
or-
of this one, because Pete's gonna go through the criteria on this. If they are eligible, then they won't have to come before us at this point, if everybody's in favor of
I'm in
this.
favor of it. It's, I accept it as art and I think it's great.
Thank you.
subject
You did,
to
it's great.
review and making sure that it fits into our,
Are you
Exactly.
comfortable with the size? If it fits, if not,
Size.
she'll have to come back.
right.
Now, the sizing, how would you calculate the size?
Well, unfortunately, I think it has to be
Square.
measured.
Square.
Square.
Yeah.
One's gonna be big.
The individual.
You can speak, Peter.
Without setting precedent, let me take a look at. it.
Sure, I understand.
There's similar things we can compare it to other ones like that, but
I
artwork
knew it was a little out of the
it's always,
box, but
always a little tricky,
yeah.
but we'll review it and, see if it fits.
Consider a mural.
Well, that's the problem, as,
Well, is it painted on or is it going to be raised? You said it could
It
be
could be either. It could be painted on if, or raised.
or raised, okay.
So, Peter, you're saying it can be 5 square feet?
well, again,
We don't know
the
yet.
definition of sign is quite broad.
Right, okay. Okay.
So I want to be careful
Sure, okay.
not to set a precedent.
I understand,
Something, if it's
Kitchen.
artwork
right,
and it's signed, it's maybe a different, it's public viewing art, maybe a different category,
Right.
which the mural was.
right,
at
understood.
School,
Yep,
but that was done under a separate
right, okay.
criteria. So we'd have to review this.
No problem.
So can we vote on the other signs as?
Yeah.
Have a
Absolutely.
condition of that.
Is it okay, John? That
Yeah.
We vote
So
on all the.
I'm sorry, I have a
On the
question.
window, you
Hold on.
can't really see out and you can't see the activity inside.
We
I
like this better.
Windows.
So your description says it's a pale yellow, but the printout sort of looks white. So
It's like a cream. The designer writes pale yellow because technically on her like color chart, it is a pale yellow, but it's cream colored.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I have? I don't think I have.
We have the paint color?
I did that at last month's and it's Ambler slate.
You got that in? Okay.
And that is the correct, like it's not painted yet. That's all digital, but that is the color that it's going to be on.
Right. And you said the entire building would be amber slate?
Yeah.
Trim and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, just for clarification, we're gonna vote to approve or not approve the other 4 signs
Three.
and
3 signs.
three signs?
Yep. Above the door, to the left of the door, and then out, yeah.
And this noodle thing is not,
He's not doing the noodles on the side.
okay.
That was like an
Either or.
alternate option, but
Okay, so 3, we good with that? Any motion on that
I'll
one?
make a motion to approve. the
Just to
signs.
interject about that one on the side. I mean, that is a huge blank space, so it's really nice to have something there.
Yeah, if Peter feels as though, it can qualify on 100%, it sounds like we're all in favor of it.
I think, yeah.
I'll second.
I made a motion, but I would admit, Ray, I don't know if you heard me, so.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I just want to make sure you heard me. So are we good with making, I'm good, okay. Motion to approve the 3 signs as
And
presented, very seconded.
but I'll add to that, and with Peter's okay or not okay, we'll approve this
You
or
want
not
that
approve.
back to us?
Thank you.
thank you.
I'll bring it back to you guys
That's fine.
and with my.
Give us a criteria. on it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Thanks.
you go.
Thank you. Do we, the light fixtures, do we,
Oh, are they
Are they-
part of the
are they not
application
existing?
or?
they're rendered on that picture.
This, the red,
There are old ones there. We're just replacing.
Okay,
Yep.
it's just a,
color
Are they-
thing?
is it the same style?
It's
No, it'll
in,
be different.
The color is definitely different.
Yeah.
the top ones are, I thought I sent the link, but they're just black, very simple, blend into the paint color, downlit, 2 spotlights. And then next to the door would be those red goosenecks to complement the,
Fine. Yeah, design next to it.
yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Those are great.
With that,
he's talking
So we're
about
gonna-
this light here and these sconces.
Okay.
So this is a down light.
Maybe what you can do is send Peter the spec
Yeah.
sheet on the downcast
Doesn't
light
form.
up top.
It may need
I
to.
think I sent that in a separate document.
I'll go through
Okay,
it.
thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll email back and forth with you and
Okay, cool.
this spec sheet, but we'll make it work, right?
Okay.
It may need a shield on it, so it may need a shield.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, Todd Byer, 5183 Main Street. Applicants requesting a 1,000 square foot expansion to the rear of the building. Okay,
That's the old cabin, right? Okay.
That was your building.
Yeah, you can see it.
I was looking for one.
See from the rendering, yeah.
Yeah.
See the progress.
I wasn't gonna judge, but I was like, is he getting finished his first building?
Yeah.
okay, go ahead, Todd.
We'll circle back the siding. The The application I submitted is on behalf of Ed Risi, the owner of Yield Tavern. We are proposing 1,000 square foot addition off the back of the restaurant to further expand the existing kitchen. It's a simple design. It's building on the historic nature of the front elevation of Yield Tavern. Elias, if you go to the next photo map, this elevation will be most seen from the customer's point of view going to the restaurant. Again, very simple structure. There's some columns that resemble the front of the building to kind of tie into the historic, vernacular of the building. And
But Todd, just to be clear, you really can't see this from the road though.
From the road, no.
So the only way you're seeing this is if you actually drive into the parking.
Yeah, the customers would most likely see it.
Through the church.
Right, yeah, yes.
Yeah, on the other side of the church.
So the material palette we're using is to match the existing conditions of the house, make it look like it was there to begin with. White trim, white columns, white windows, the Marvin Elevate series awning windows is what you see there, and then yellow lap siding. We're going to continue the asphalt shingle roof. And for lighting, we have wall sconces. I have those positioned on the columns, and they're a decorative wall sconce to, match the age of the building and, best we can.
The reason you went with the awning versus the traditional double hung?
Versus the what?
Double hung? What's awning?
Double hung, I went with the awning because we want a relatively smaller window, and opposite of this building is the what is it, the garage that you travel through? It's got similar sized windows, so I'm trying to mimic the design there. Plus, on the inside, we're gonna have some work prep area, so we don't want windows too low. We want some wall space. Yeah, we want some wall space on the inside for shelving and work tables, things like that, so.
Todd, what's in that space right now? Is that just parking or is that what that was? Or is that just green space?
So when I was retained for the project, there was a concrete pad there, and the objective was to put a walk-in cooler on that pad and then enclose it. So that is the current status.
Okay.
So eventually that walk-in cooler will be in a conditioned space.
Inside that building you're making, yeah. Cooler's there now.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, on the backside facing the church driveway, I see, I don't know what that is,
That's existing.
oh, that's existing, okay.
That is a access to the crawl space underneath that part of the building. Yeah, on that back elevation, just mimicking the columns there as well. No need for windows on that side. On the interior use is a kitchen wall assembly, so there'll be some mechanicals coming out that elevation of the building.
What? You know what this is that just,
So there's a picture of, is that a solar panel there or?
it looks like it's a small, maybe contained garden or something. I don't know. Was there like a little
Right.
house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know what it was. That's
Yeah.
different.
It's an existing
An
building.
existing garden.
No, I just put up a small dog kennel for my dog.
Okay.
And it just happened to be at the time where he was taking pictures, and we were just closed for renovation,
Gotcha. Okay.
and I didn't want to leave my.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It looks good too.
Yeah, nice.
We good?
Yeah, if it's the,
I don't
the
think
history
so.
of the building, I think it's nice.
I just have a question about the lighting. I thought the lights needed to be downcast.
Yeah,
They're-
they do. Architecturally, these fit better probably, but
This is,
Matching a wall sconce on the front of the building. That's the closest we could get.
And if we can't see it from the road, would this maybe be okay?
that's a great question.
Well-
The impact is gonna be on the neighbor, the church, right?
No, on
The
the
outside.
outside, the parking lot side.
Parking lot side.
It'll be the parking lot side, but people will be
I think
walking.
it'll help the parking.
But the code is, it's supposed to be done. Right. yeah.
Well, I guess, though, I would go back to, is this considered an historic building, the main building?
The main building is,
So wouldn't you want to
it would have to be in keeping, right?
with like kind?
Right.
Is that what's existed? I
Correct, yeah.
mean, that's the way.
Yeah,
I
just want to
maybe
make
we
sure
could
we're
do
all.
something with the
aware that
wattage.
it's wattage code. Yeah, the wattage needs.
It's too old, that it's not gonna be very bright, not interfering with traffic, you know.
Does that go off at night anyway? I mean, when you guys close? Do those stay on?
Lights on, so they all shut off around 11:30.
Okay.
We were just gonna do at nighttime, kind of turn that. Set those times.
Yeah, that was,
Before it goes off,
You could set it so up to an hour after it closes,
Yes, we tend to do 11:30 just because.
get people out.
Everyone from staff wise is busy is out by 10, 45, just so that they're not going out.
Dark,
Yeah.
right?
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
okay, so it'll be put on the timer with the other times. Okay, perfect. Questions on motion?
Make a motion to approve as presented. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There was one other item about the, someone had a question relative to the new patio setup. Anybody remember that question?
Oh, Mary.
Oh, yeah, no,
While he's here, you might as well just,
oh, yeah, no, we noticed that you had the new fencing and some stuff around that. Did you guys add seats this year versus
No.
last? It's the same seating? Okay.
so the only thing you did was you removed
Yeah.
vegetation.
Yes, we removed the small trees and we put in some temporary trellises.
Okay.
We were told from the department. Something. We just didn't know. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So that was a state requirement.
Yeah, from
Okay.
2
Yep,
visits ago, I believe, in your first opening.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So because you're serving alcohol, people don't walk away. Okay. Okay.
Keep them contained.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're good.
What's required of us now? Do we need to go to Development Review Board for this project? Because that's what's on our permit. Our sign. Which is later today?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Should be pretty quick.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
you guys.
Thanks, Ed.
Next up, James Primus, 4733 Main Street. Is there somebody here for that?
He said he was joining via, but I don't see anybody.
Two people in the
There's two
waiting
people in the
room.
waiting.
Yeah, I know, and it's not,
Them.
it's not showing me that they
Oh,
are here.
you know what we'll do is we'll move on to the next one. We'll come back to that, because I think I got the next.
Yes, I see.
Will Drucker, okay. 96 Depot Street, applicants requesting installation of an 8x2 panel to an existing freestanding sign on Depot Street.
I'm trying to call.
Hmm?
The final design was submitted relatively late, so I do have a few printouts of that proposed sign or. Okay, yeah, I think
Different than this?
earlier, yes, it's that version. There,
Peter has shared it with us.
okay, great, yeah. Yeah, so you guys have physical printouts of the actual proposed design. This is a proposed sign that would be installed at 96 Depot Street below the existing Vermont flannel and Vermont teddy bear sign. There's already sort of two wooden columns. It would match the width, which is 8 feet, and it would be 2 feet tall, and would be primarily black and white. There's a little bit of teal that's associated with the local Maverick logo. That would be the only bit of color on there. I didn't get from the designer like the type of black or white. I think it's pretty standard black and white. If that's something you all need, I can get that from them. And yeah, any questions for me about that so far? Oh, and there should be a rendering of the sign in front of the Vermont Flannel, in front of 96 Depot Street building.
Which is the sign? Is it this or is it the other ones we were looking at?
That is the sign. And this rendering has,
Is this the actual sign right here?
yes,
So it wasn't what we were looking at on the screen.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
There were a lot of words up there. It's
Yeah, she submitted like a variety of options and we were like, that's not what they need. They need one design that is what we want.
Businesses, Local Maverick and Split Spirits.
So yeah, so we're partnering, we're the tenants, Split Spirits are the tenants, and we're working with Local Maverick. My business is a distillery, so it's gonna be a tasting room. People can come in, get samples, up to the, Vermont Department of Liquor limit of 1 ounce of spirits, and purchase bottles. And then in addition to, in that space, Local Maverick has partnerships with a bunch of Vermont-based brands, none of them alcoholic, so you can get Run Amok maple syrup, you can get New Chocolat, there's some clothing items, JK Adams will be partnering, so basically a destination where you can get all Vermont-made products, and Local Maverick has relationships with a bunch of the, non-alcoholic related brands.
Is there a wall sign that you're proposing?
We're not proposing a wall sign at this time. We would like to do that. There was a sign below.
Danforth, yeah.
Right above, yeah, exactly. But at this time, we're proposing the sign on the street. Yeah, and
Just want to make sure I wasn't missing something.
yeah, but budget and design, pending, we'll come back and apply for a sign that would replace the Danforth.
I mean, I like this one better than somebody, those other renderings. It had like, one of them I looked at had like 15 words.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, this is.
Nice.
He's gonna apply for the wall sign to be the same thing as this sign. Are we able to kind of pre-approve that?
Yeah, I mean, are you thinking that you want to go with the same style wall sign?
Probably, I don't want to speak for the designer or exactly whether the size would be the same. I would imagine it would be a
Now,
little.
the sizing is going to be dictated anyway.
Yeah.
But, so if you're okay, what we would do is.
Let's say yes for now. If we decide to change it, then I suppose we can follow.
You're going to have to, again.
Yeah, and do that in just separate design advisory
This would just
meeting.
save a trip if it doesn't change.
Sorry, say it again.
This would just save you a trip if it doesn't change.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Make a
with that,
motion.
Chris, yes.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Look,
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very excited. Thank you so much.
still don't have, finalists.
No, there's something wrong with the Zoom here, I think.
It's showing people in the waiting room on here, but it's not showing it on the tablet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we may try to jump off and then,
I was gonna say, if you
Join?
read it.
Yeah.
want to just announce that we're going to shut down the Zoom for a moment and start it back up. If you could hear us, please rejoin.
Are you here for one of these or?
Yes, I'll listen more.
Okay.
Yeah, you're after, if, yes,
Well, it might come up. Okay.
Just.
Oh, you don't have to.
Sure. Yeah,
right out
yeah,
there.
absolutely. Thanks.
Post.
So then we also have odds and ends, Scott Lane in stands, but nobody else here except for Alfonso here.
well, there's 3 people in the waiting room out here.
So you think all of them may be
Wow.
Zoomers?
Who knows?
Okay.